help us to be better people. It seems to me that we try to unpack the significance of an observed moment in many ways, not just through poetry, but through other art forms. We love to be transported by storytelling, and no more so than through drama. At multiplexes and in the theatres, or at home with our various screens, I think we seek out the truth of other people's experiences in ways akin to reading a haiku. Here, we live vicariously through actors' experiences, moving out of ourselves and connecting emotionally.
People go to the theater, people watch movies to see life in all its facets. Sometimes life as it is, but also sometimes life as it could be. People being more connected, more expressive, more loving, more argumentative, more of whatever, to have that additional intensity, that additional lifefulness. And I think improvisation can really be a way that if actors embrace it, you can have a performance that just gives so much more to an audience because it's so much more alive, so much more rich, so much more felt. A makes a shape, B joins, stay there for a moment, and then A says, thank you.
Chris Hyman is an award-winning director and an improvisation teacher at RADA.
You're not trying to create, I would say. You're just noticing your own response to what you're doing.
Here in South London, he's running a workshop, using improvisation to help actors lose their self-consciousness so as to bring greater authenticity to their performances.
One of the reasons why people act.
You get more permission to be angry or sad or whatever it is.
Yeah. And impulse is also what we're looking for, right? As an actor, between your impulse and your expression, there is nothing.
Improvisation like this is inspired by the utopian performance ideas of Jerzy Grotowski and the Poor Theatre School, which revolutionised acting in the 20th century. Overturning old-fashioned declamatory styles, Grotowski argued for a transparent actor, a kind of minimalism in acting.
The idea being that you have an actor who is so transparent that any inner impulse is immediately expressed. So there's no filter, there's no armor, there's nothing in between the actual impulse happening within and the outer expression. There's something that I feel that's something very, very raw and exciting also for an audience to watch and something to aspire towards.
These ideas have been hugely influential in experimental theatre from Brecht to Brooke. The key insight, it seems to me, is that all performances are unique, a collaboration between performer and audience. And there's something very generous here, the performer taking a risk, stripping back the mask, bearing their inner selves to create an empathic connection with an audience.
That was weird. We kind of had we're gonna have a fight, and then it was kind of, I'm being a bit submissive there. Is this some kind of S&M thing? Then I was kind of stop my brain, what's going on? And then your face kind of changed it to like more grace in your face. So a whole heat pattern.
What I would say, if you as an actor have the courage to wait until something genuinely comes to you as an impulse, you might become dangerous without even trying, simply because you have the courage to wait for something to genuinely trigger something.
It seemed to me that there was a kind of peeling away of actorly conventions in order to liberate them a little bit.
One of the things that I remember from reading Grotowski's works is this idea of additive arts versus subtractive arts, meaning that in painting, you start with an empty canvas and you keep adding the paint, whereas in sculpting, you chip away stuff in order to reveal what's already there. And that is definitely the kind of approach that I take to actor training. It's not about slapping more and more skills onto the actor. It's about helping them to let go of unhelpful thoughts, behaviors, expectations, to come back to something that is more pure, that's already there, almost like a child.
Searching for authentic moments in drama and storytelling is, I think, more than an escape from the humdrum of daily life. It's about something much bigger, connecting with others. Every time we tell a story, every time we enjoy a performance, every time we think we can feel someone else's feelings, we're exercising one of the most important traits, empathy. The more empathetic we are, the more generous and tolerant we become as human beings, perhaps the closer we get to utopia.